some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida State Seminoles offense takes the field. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we can get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. At the 45, on his way. Flying down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Finds his tight end, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you can...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking to the big tight end. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snagged out of the air. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They punted away on fourth down. Now on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Makes the grab over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Back open in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Quick completion on the out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. They're on that third down.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. Turning it on! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter.
Florida State, 14. Clemson, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clemson jumps to the line. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Touchdown, Tigers. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this.
Quickly complete.
They're trailing by just 4 to Utah. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Velez. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down, 1st down, 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown Seminoles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And
there he goes. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Clemson is quick to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Tigers are flying down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Going to swing it on second down. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Here comes Clemson with another first down.
Now with a red zone opportunity.
The give out of the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive. From the 26-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. They'll run play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll immediately call timeout.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Extending the play. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just... Some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's there to make...
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it back to the 26-yard. Big interception there.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. He leaves it with his back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll run it again. Across the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He's in open space downfield.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Wide open downfield. Oh, he found a touchdown, Clemson. Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback to shoot pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. All the way back to his 5-yard line. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They want to throw it. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Under fire. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right on the money. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And they tacked on the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, looking to pass. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Fires complete on the crosser. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Behind the chains now on second and long. He wants to throw it again. Got him downfield. Touchdown Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6. They've built a little cushion. Closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
He's open on the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They kick it away on fourth down. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example